Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Automation Empire. This is episode number 15. Now, I let things run for a little bit. It didn't take long. For one thing, our balance hasn't changed much. We're about plus 400,000 over that stretch. But what has changed is the amount of grain meal that we've collected. We just hit 300. Technically, it was 301. So, having just hit the mark, we're done with the grain meal. Now, grain meal doesn't sell for a lot, but it does sell a bit. So it's not the end of the world if we have the grain meal. But first, let's go ahead and use 800,000 research points to unlock the greenhouse. And let's see how that puppy looks. Greenhouse enabled. Will it be? How do we do the greenhouse? There you are. Okay, it just goes on top. Cool. And now, we should see this pumping out a bit faster than 6 per 60 seconds. Will it update this, or is it going to just... There you go, it does. Update it. It's now 6 per 45 seconds. Now, there's something to that. You, first off, you're going to go away. As are you, and you. I'm going to keep this water nearby, because I probably will have a purpose for it. We'll get rid of all that. And we're going to take all this grain. And we're going to go ahead and sell it. Here's what I'd like to do. Of all the product, did a little research while I was letting things run. Just doing some basic math. In terms of what it costs for grass, it's $400 per month. While mining rigs, water connected, okay, that's one thing, but you can see what it does is it just speeds things up a little bit. It's not a big deal. 30%, it helps, but it's going to cut it down to about 1 per 8 seconds. Here, we're at 1 per 7.5 for half the cost. So in terms of time, the grass is roughly the same time, but half the running cost. Okay? Also, if we're talking about market, let me get there for a second. There we go. In terms of market, green grass right at the bottom. Right at the bottom. It's not worth anything. So, low value. By the way, we've topped 19,000 now, adding in the grain, and we're going to be getting even more of that now. Looks like that's quite full already. To do my research, I'm going to use something that is not an exhaustible resource, where we have a limited supply, but I'm going to use the inexhaustible farms. So I'm going to put these as far back as I can. And then these guys... Oh, that's the edge of the map. I'll start right back here. And we are going to run farm after farm after farm. And here's how this works. After doing the math, technically, each farm will supply just slightly over 3 research stations. So we've already seen that a basic setup is 3. Here, if I take 4, that'll feed 12. Now, technically, it'd be 13, but I'm going to make 12 research bays now. And I'm going to try to make this take up as little space as possible, because I do have plans down the road for this area. Oh, no, it's got to be one higher. There you go. Okay, I'll figure out where to go in a moment, but what we do need to do is we want these guys going out. We want these guys as greenhouses. Water's flowing even though there's no water. Now, what about you? What is your 2,000 per month? Do I want to just bring one in down here and run it? I probably do. So let's just do that. We will make this area independent. It does cost 2,000 a month, so it's not as efficient as it could be. But whatever. Whatever. Now, that's starting. Now the tricky part is, what do I want to do with these large containers? I should transfer this into one first. Let's put it just above the water here. That way we can run the water line. Okay, we'll see if that works. I might have to go up and over the water line. Actually, that might be a better idea right off the bat. Now we can run that as far as we need to. Don't have to worry about it. Water, oh water. Can you connect, please? Oh, that's right. You don't like to be this close, do you? Oh, why can't you build here? Really? Well, what was the point of going right there if I can't, you know, go right there? Let's move this a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's not. I thought those took water. Do they not? Duh. There's no power function with that. What am I doing? I'm just having fun. I see a little pipe hole and I want to fill it. Oh, those naughty words. It still doesn't like that spot though. So that much was not actually something I was doing wrong. There was other things very, very wrong with that scenario. Alright, well, here we go. Let's refocus. Okay. Now, that already is perfect spot for a minecart. And we can run it along here. Can run it along there and run it back the other way if it needs for runoff space. So we can maximize our space here, and we're looking at research bay. It does go to here. But it will fit along there, no problem. So we go with, it needs a transfer. Needs a transfer space of 1. Means it's going right there. Yep, that works. Okay. Now that'll be 1. I wonder if I could link water, but never mind. Nothing doing right now. We'll figure that out later. I did do this right on that side. It looks like I did. Oh, I could just go straight into him, couldn't I? Oh, let's do that. Let's do it. Never mind storage. There's your storage. Let's just run a stinking line right here. I wonder if I could connect them up with water. Looks like it'll work. It's not connected now. Let's give it a shot. I like that idea. Just one space and you've got your water line. And now I could have that one extra. Uh-huh. Can't have it go in right there, actually. No, I can't do it. You can't make me. Just bugs me. It just bugs me. Okay. Well, it does work. I just haven't gone all the way to the end. There you go. They are interconnected like the farms. Hooray! Okay. Well then, we start getting these guys hooked up. Now the tricky thing is, do we want to turn a corner and squeeze in some more? Because at the moment, that's still only 6 research bays. Really? That's not far enough? Why not? Why not? Wow, you don't like the pipes at all. Holy cow, you really don't like the pipes. Okay, well, that's easy enough to fix. Let's get some carts on here. We need to get some power in here as well, and where better to put it than right back here. Oh, that's the edge of the map. They do not connect automatically, apparently. Certain things do, certain things don't. It would be really nice if this was one of the do's. Alright. Well, now we've got research running. But again, that's only 6. And 4 of these will handle 13. So the next best option is probably going to be to wrap it. Go back this way. Yeah, let's do that. Now that's 12. Do I want to get a 13th? Let's try that. See if we can get that one in there. End of the line like that. And then this will be... Okay, that part works. Yeah, we can just connect them this way. Also looks like power is going to be more easily connected if I put it in the middle. There we go. Whoa. Oh, still one here. So it will run power. That's so weird that it will run power, right, from here to here, and then connect all of these up, but it won't run power between them. Now the big ticker is, can I make this one work right at the end of the line? Yeah, maybe not. So I think we do need some runoff area. I'm just not going to get it like that. Get it right there maybe? Yes, we can. Okay, definitely going to need some runoff area here. And there you go. There are 13 research stations for 4 farms. There's not quite enough runoff there. Should be enough because it's coming just after the hookup area. Take what they need. Let's see if this gets all the way to the end, because it was almost a full train today. On this trip, this occasion. This is going to allow research to go much faster. We'll see if it's still 25 seconds. I guess that's the other trick, is it's still 25 seconds. We did run out before the end. We do have room for more carts, so we'll add those in. There you go. Now we have a massive research facility that's going to produce a whole lot more research at a fast pace. So the 5 million that we need from here, yeah, it's coming quicker. 500,000 we need here, even though I don't need this, we'll get that done too. These other upgrades, yeah, we'll do them as well. So that's going to be my big focus going forward, is I want this to be a quick quantity total, because the only thing we have left that we need is the 300 ethanol, and that'll be our next project. Which actually I was saying that last time. And I do still have a little bit of time. Maybe, just maybe. So I suppose the big thing for me is to check if the research speed is still the same. Helps if I open the right app on my phone. What am I looking for? Clock. Lap times. Okay, I will start the lap time when this is full, and we will see how we are looking, because it feels slower. Okay, so timer's running. We'll see if we can come up with 25 seconds. We are already at 10. Is that 40% of the way? Maybe not. Is it really slower depending on what good is in there? It's the only reason why I went with this is because it's cheaper in the long run. 25 seconds, and it's still counting. It's slower, but not by much. 27 and a half. 27 and a half seconds. So, apparently, we are a couple seconds slower. What's wrong? Water not connected here at the end. That's why it's slower. Why are you not connected to water? Is this not enough water? Oh, there you go. I disconnected it. Ta-da! That's why it's slower. This will speed it up. I thought it felt a little slow. Well, I'm glad I caught that, huh? You're gonna go over here, and you're gonna go right there, and now we have water connected. All the way to the end? Yes. Okay, that'll give us those couple seconds back, and now we're good. Alright, and it looks like we are definitely running plenty. Alright, this isn't quite as full as it had been, but these guys all filled up. So I think we should be running, actually still producing ever so slightly. Should be 13.33, and with 13 out here, should be good. So the green grass, yeah, it's not much, but the research points. But that's not much research points though, is it? I wonder. Well, that just jumped to 2,000. It's 3,000. It seems like an awfully small amount, doesn't it? Now see, that's the other thing, is I don't know. Certain types are required for this and that, but I didn't think the quantity of research varied. Maybe it does. Maybe it does, because we only have 200,000 right now. And weren't we collecting about 30,000 per for a full load? Well, that would be... We were a lot more than 10% of the way filling those things up. So maybe that wasn't the best idea. Let me know in the comments below if, in your experience, if you found that the quantity of research points varies based on what product you're putting in. As in, by putting the cheap product in, am I limiting myself? Am I costing myself a lot of what could be? Wow, we got caught up on this oil, huh? I thought we had all that excess. We're ready to make ethanol. Maybe I need to set up my ethanol research and just get on with it. I was just hoping for research bonus by increasing the quantity. Yeah, I do fear that I have gravely underestimated the impact of what resource on research points. And I'd have to take that whole system down in order to test that theory and go back to something else like oil, as an example. I think the ethanol would produce some pretty good research points if I am correct in that new hypothesis. So it looks like our capacitors are overloaded, but otherwise most of our products are getting out. Also the steel plates. Everything else is getting out pretty well. We're filling up the grain mill train. That's empty. Just one in it. Nothing I can do with that one unless I put research here. I do have these 3 lines. They are available. I can do things with them, like combining these down. I think we can get to that 30,000 even without getting to the cargo train and all of that, but our cargo rocket. Part of me wants to, though. Part of me really wants to get to it. Just to see how it works, right? And the 45% increase would almost instantly see us to that 30,000 threshold. Meaning, realistically, all I need is another 3,000 a month. Not even that. 2,500. So, one train line with one combiner right here, and I've probably hit my mark already. I'm not going to do that whole process this episode, but I'm going to do something here really quick to help myself. Pause. Let's go a little further. There we go. Okay. Now let's go level 2, stay above. There we go. With that moved, now we can easily get things underneath here. And we can make a very similar setup to here. Helps if we use trade tracks. I think I might need to go one step further back. There it goes. Turn that into 5. Fill it up a little bit more, a little better. It's still kind of slow. I'm just trying to fill up these 5 cars. It takes a while. I don't know if you can set it up on a long enough chain to do it all together, and maybe that would be better. But either way, we're going to need train tracks now. So we know where our output's going to be. I think we could fit a factory into this space here. Ship these goods in and set them up, and we'll get our 3,000 that we need. And then these 2 tracks, worry about later. Might not need them at all. Like I said, that's gonna be the focus of our next episode. I mean, look at that. They're just barely hitting 3,000, 4,000. That's nothing. That's not research points. I do think that this is not working as planned at all. So, do I keep this, destroy this, keep the power, keep the water, so I guess destroy the farms, and then just refine some iron. Small, tiny little factory like right here, or even combine these guys down and have that come out. So make a small factory here, combine these guys, and instead of sell it, use it all for research. What do you get for iron and coal? Which one is it? Let's see, it's one of these. There's the iron and coal steel plates. Use steel plate research. Again, like I said, this seems like it's going to be enough. We just need a whole lot of research, and I don't think this is going to be. So, go ahead and let me know in the comments, though I may record the next episode before then. We'll see. Maybe I'll hold off for a little while and see how that goes. I have a feeling that research isn't getting me anywhere. I mean, I'm running 13 research bays, and I've added 30,000 or 50,000 with just 3 running. I was getting a lot more than that. So yeah, I'm fairly certain. So you know what? I'm just gonna have to do that. No ethanol yet. We need that research. We definitely need that research. That ethanol will have to wait. That's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. And if you knew this all along and you've been screaming at me the whole episode like, no, don't do that. Yeah, feel free. Go ahead and drop an F in the comments. It's okay. I probably should have caught on that the research point values did vary. It makes sense, right? Yeah, it does. I probably should have caught on to that. Everything else made sense. That part didn't click in, didn't register. But the more you know. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.